Hey everybody, welcome to another 3D Print Anything. Today we're going to take a look at a practical print in repairing a handle for a briefcase. Welcome back everybody. Today we're going to replace a section of a briefcase handle which has been super glued together multiple times but keeps on failing. Let's go ahead and cut to Fusion 360 where I designed the part. Alright everybody, let's take a look at Fusion 360 where I designed this part. I'm going to go ahead and switch to top down and see our first sketch. Basically what I did for this, since both sides are symmetrical, every time I made something on the right, I mirrored it on the left. And that's no different here. I made two rectangles, one larger one for the main body of the handle piece, and one smaller one for the portion that actually pushes to open up the briefcase. After I've got the sketch done, I'm going to take that face and I'm going to extrude it, which I've done here using the extrude option. Now that I've got the main piece, I then created the higher section in the middle. Same method. Yet again, I'm doing one side and then I'm mirroring it over, which we have here, the mirror. Now I've got the center of the handle. So I'm going to combine all that and make the main body of the handle. Now, we need to sketch out the actual handle portion that's curved. To do that, we're going to make three sketches. One here, which we're going to mirror over here, and the one right down the center that's a little bit taller to give it the curve that matches the original part. So we got our first sketch, which you do from the side using the face that it matches up to. And then we make our next on that end, which of course we can shift our view and see it's over there. This is the center section. It's a little bit taller, same height on the sides, just taller in the middle. You don't always have to be perfect with these matching the original part, just fairly close. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use the loft feature under Create. And what that allows you to do is to grab the surface of that first sketch, connect it to the center, and then grab from the center to the other sketch on the other end. And then we get what we have here, which is a section that's a little bit taller in the middle, but the right height on both sides. So we're going to need another sketch here to create the hole, which is basically a guide rail for the handle. And then we're going to extrude that into a cylinder. Now I didn't automatically cut it, which Fusion 360 would like to do, because we still need to mirror this before we cut it from the main body that is the handle. So we'll go ahead and mirror it. Now we got both of them. Now we're going to combine it, which we select the main body, and then we use the two cylinders as tools to cut our two holes out. Now we're going to go to another sketch, and we're actually going to design the portion that connects to the pens in the handle of the briefcase, which actually unlocks it. So I've created two lines here. I made the circle for the size of the peg, and I extend it by using the offset to create the exterior. Now that we have that, we have our circle that we can extrude. We've extruded it and it's below the build plane, but that is perfectly fine because in the slicer we'll be able to set that at the right height. Let's go ahead and mirror that part, and then let's combine it with the body. We then want to do one more thing with these. Inside of here is the face of the pen where it would stop, but that's too low. We need it to be up here and higher. So what we're going to do is we're going to extrude it yet again up to the top almost, so that we have the right height. And we'll do that with both sides. And now that we've done that to both this side and the other, we're good to go. Now this is what I printed out first. Although I had some issues with the corners rubbing inside the handle. So what I did is use the fillet tool, selected all these corners on the handle, and rounded them. And I rounded them with a radius of 1 millimeter. This is then selected and set to 3D print. You can choose different refinements such as low, medium, or high, and custom. I'm using low because this is not needed to be in great detail. All right, now that we've designed it in Fusion 360, I'm going to go ahead and place a time lapse of the print in the top corner here. And this is what we printed out, a replacement part that looks very similar. This is the first one I made. I tried it inside of the handle, but as with anything that you're trying to copy or model, it didn't really fit. So I went back into Fusion 360, made a couple edits that you saw in the video earlier, and I made this one. And this one fits right inside. And we just place the bottom handle piece back in, which was already a tight fit from the factory. There we go. And there it is. Now that it's assembled, you can see the handle portion up here that's been printed, and you'll be able to push this down and it'll latch in, and then it'll pop right back out. So it's in there, it works. There's no issues at all. We're good to go. So this shows, of course, that 3D printing isn't always for little figurines and things like that, but actually practical purposes. The key is that you have to take an item or design an item from scratch that's useful. I look forward to making more videos like this in the future, and I hope you'll subscribe at the bottom of the screen over here. If you have any comments or questions, go ahead and post them below, and I hope that you look at the description as I've put some affiliate links in there to help out the channel. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep printing.